for today's segment, going to be taking a slight plunge. Let's just put it that way. The last handful of segments I've done relatively late at night when everybody else is in bed, so there's no chance of interruption or any stupid background noise. Worst case scenario is maybe a car drives past or something like that. Not today. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. There are people awake in the house, and so if there's any sort of noise like that in the background, then you'll understand why. Hopefully it doesn't go too obnoxious. We've got 4 kids at this house, but 3 of them are at school today, so shouldn't be too terrible. The 4th one's just sort of laying quietly watching some television or something like that. I'm not too sure. So left off in Snowpoint City in the previous segment. Turns out this actually works out pretty well, because my plan for today is to go after another bunch of legendaries. I've got 5 of them on the agenda for today, and first one is going to require the use of rock climb, so I've got Spearmint with me. I don't think any of the others do. Actually, no, the last 2 will. Those ones should hopefully not be as obnoxious to catch because it's Dialga and Palkia, so they'll have a catch rate of like 30 or something. So getting them in Premier Balls probably won't be as much of a deal as getting the Lake Trio, which are the other 3. And so I'm going to be catching them in their dex order, so I'm up here at Lake Acuity. So we're going to be going after Uxie first, which is why I needed the rock climb. I don't know why this one in particular needs rock climb and the others don't. Also forgot that you could just find wild Lapras here, which is pretty good. So I'm not too sure what the go is with these like weird patterns on the floor. They look kind of funky. I don't know. I guess they add at least some kind of interesting value to the cave that is literally just otherwise stock cave texture, pretty much. So I guess we're just gonna sort of do the same thing we've been doing the previous segment. Get a save state in here. Mitro should be a suitable enough lead. This thing, I'm not actually too sure what level these show up at, so we're about to find out. I want to say it's about 60. 60 sounds about right. Okay. 60's should do the trick. I'm not too sure how much damage Thunderbolt's going to do, so we'll give this a bit of a shot. Maybe get a Paralyze in. Paralyze has actually been coming in pretty effectively against these legendaries. Like, a lot of my attempting to catch these things have been off screen, but I've been hitting Paralysis quite often. Situation I'm in now, not the most ideal thing in the world, because I can't hit it with another Thunderbolt. It's going to die otherwise. So maybe a Rock Climb will... Oh, okay. Now, so the thing I knew Uxie for originally was that it had access to Yawn. And so when I was younger, I would just catch this one first and then use Yawn to put the other 2 to sleep so I could catch them a bit easier. But, no, this one's going to put itself to sleep, which is decidedly more obnoxious. That's alright. Stuck myself up to 100 Premier Balls, so hopefully the Pixies won't chew up too many of those. And of course, gotta be as obnoxious as possible. As soon as you wake up, you go straight back to sleep and make me waste more turns. There's probably not much point in going straight for the Grass Whistle here. Yeah, because I get outsped and then I just miss. I feel like Grass Whistle's slot there could probably do with a... Oh. Thanks, crit. You're a credit to your species. I don't know why I keep defaulting to that reaction, especially when it isn't even correct in this particular context. But whatever. Since it has amnesia, it means it could probably tank some more Thunderbolts if it got up a couple of those. Looks like I can do an Ice Beam here, and critical again. Spearmint, seriously? I didn't have any choice but to bring you along because you had rock climb, but this is getting a bit bullshit. You need to not. Okay, do you think you can not? I would prefer that if you not. Alright. Okay. Let's try this again. If this ends in misery and failure, then I am gonna just cut. Alright, fine. We've been through this song and dance many times before. I'll be back when I catch it. I'm gonna tell you right now, the other two need to not be anywhere near as much of an asshole as Yuxi is. Also, yeah, game decided that I needed to learn the hard way that this thing was part fairy, and so I guess that carries over to the other two members of the trio. Wouldn't make sense for this one to be pure fairy. Only this one to be fairy. You know what I mean. I get the impression now, I kind of want to go back to the Pokemon Center and check, but I think Yuxi is just wound up right in the slot that it needs to be in the living dex. Because I thought I had the new box set as the active one, but no. Also, no. The answer to that question is no, because Yuxi's the last Pokemon on the previous box. At least now when I catch Mesprit, it's going to go in the right slot, and the same thing with Azelf. But yeah, every single failed attempt that I did off screen ended in failure because of a critical. Literally every single one of them. Part of that can be chalked up to the fact that it has amnesia, and so I can't really hit it very hard with special attacks. But even then, like one just rogue critical seed bomb just ends the thing immediately, which really, really fucking sucks. Ugh. So yeah, that's why I would greatly prefer that the last two Mons here would, you know, not be as obnoxious as Yuxi was. Also, hello, random. I mean, we already know what that is, so I'm not going to bother with that until a little bit later on. Then anywho, Lake Verity next to go after Mesprit. And an interesting little tidbit here is that because this hack has completely done away with roaming legendaries, it means that Mesprit right here will just be a static encounter like the other two. In the base game, this thing would just sort of run away and roam the region because for some reason it's special. I don't know. It's in the lake that's near your place, I guess, so I guess that makes some level of sense, but eh. Can't say I care that much about it. Anywho. Here is Mesprit. Not too sure what it's going to be like defensive-wise. I found out that Yuxi was actually able to take a Shadow Ball. Let's see what Mesprit can do with it. Okay, no, that wasn't a critical. Alright, so you're dead as shit. So I guess I'm better suited to going after this thing with Thunderbolts. And of course you have Rest. Why wouldn't you? So all three members of this line have Rest. That's... I've not seen Azelf yet, but I'm telling you right now, that's just fact. Because it has to be as obnoxious as possible. At least I'm getting them all out of the way. Charm's not really that big of a deal, so... Seems this one's not quite as fast as Yuxi. I'm not too sure if there's any difference in speed stat between these three. I know they differ in terms of, like... I think it's a similar sort of setup to the Reggies, in that one of them is more specially based, one of them is more physical based, and then there's just a balanced one of the trio. I think Mesprit is the balanced one. Which, depressingly, makes it the worst of the trio. At least if you're looking at a competitive battling point of view. Because, not that I think Yuxi is even that effective either, but at least it can be kind of good special wall. I'm not too sure. But Mesprit doesn't exactly stand out, so just kind of exists and yay, decides not to be an arsehole. I also like how the Pokédex entries still keep the name capitalized. Took me until just about the end of the playthrough to realize that. Chewed up a lot of Premier Balls though, so I'm probably going to have to buy some more off screen. At least I'm not going to have to worry about it immediately, so... Alright, that just leaves Valor Lakefront and Azelf. Decidedly the best of the three, because apparently it works as, like, a suicide lead. Just kind of set up Stealth Rock, and then once it's weakened out, you can just, for some reason, use Explosion. I don't know what it is about Azelf that allows it to explode, but it just kind of has access to this. Must have one encounter. Fucking Surskit. Evidently, Yuxi's Lake is the most interesting because I found a Lapras. Hello. Let's, not waste any time and just get crack-a-lacking into this. So I guess it's not the worst thing in the world for this thing to have Explosion, because I'm pretty sure it is the more physical based of the trio, so... Well, yeah, I'd say it's definitely the more physical based of the trio, because it can't even take a fucking Thunderbolt. That's perfect. Oh, and it has Nasty Plot as well. So it's going to get to a spot where it's probably just going to one-bang everything on my team. It's enjoyable. I think someone just turned the frickin' shower on. So that's going to be a whole boatload of fun, isn't it? And you've got Psychic. Okay, well, we'll bring in Pomboda then, because, you know, can't say, you can just say no to that, basically. Rather disjointed commentary in this segment today. Oh, that came pretty close. I'm glad I'm not stringing together like a bunch of these in a row, because good God, I'm just sitting here bored out of my fucking mind. I guess the Zelf decided to throw me a bone there, noting that I was bored out of my fucking mind. Alright. I suppose I might as well check them out and see if I got lucky, nature-wise. What have we got? No, that's trash. That is decided, it could be okay, but it's Mesprit, so it's garbage anyway. And what about you? Neutral, so you're garbage as well. Alright, so that brings that to a close, I think. Dialga and Parky are literally 483 and 484. So, that'll be a nice thing. It occurs to me that I probably need Waterfall. So I guess I'll just sort of slap that on. Let's see, I'll put it on over Rain Dance, I guess. Because I think I need Waterfall to get access to the orbs. Assuming I haven't already gotten them. That I'm pretty sure is a safe assumption. Doesn't look like I've got them. Nope. Alright. Good thing I stocked up on repels as well, because I'm probably going to need a bunch of them. Especially in case I somehow manage to get lost in here. Okay. Did I leave one of the windows open in my room? I'm not too sure that. Random bin noise should not have been as loud as it was. Bright powder? That's actually a pretty useful item to have. I might stick that on somebody if I feel like it is decidedly necessary. Okay. Am I actually getting lost here? No, I think I found the right way. I am still wasting super repels though, which I think is a bit, eh. No. I think the first port of call for me now is to find that body of water. At least the one that I can waterfall upward. Yeah, that's the one. I'm not too sure how I'm gonna reach it though. Is there a way I can go down here? Doesn't look like it. Alright. I guess we'll go back then. Is it just over here then? No. Is it this? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm pretty sure the orbs are just up here. In this little cave. Yeah, here we go. So there's the adamant orb. And there's lustrous orb. Don't know what that is. Alright. And then from there... use up another... How the hell did I find myself in the medicine pouch there? It's so stupid. How the fuck... How is it when I open it... I literally just exited straight out of the bag and out of the start menu, and when I open it up again, I'm suddenly on the trainer card. Why? So confused. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw a save state here. And we shall engage with this thing. Random rift, which just looks like on the other side of which is just a bunch of water. It's totally what it looks like. But now, for some reason, Dialga's just sort of chilling out there. There's, for some reason, a hole that leads into its dimension, I guess. And you just sort of poke your head through and be like, "Hey, you wanna fight?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." All right. These two shouldn't be as hideous to go after as the Lake Trio. I say this having just been too banged by Flash Cannon. You're an absolute pal. Okay. Catch rate of 30 and immediately break out. You what? You fucking what? You have a catch rate of 30. You're not hard to catch. What? Okay, so the thing that has a catch rate of 30 ends up sweeping my team. What? Yeah, no, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have another go on screen. I'm sorry, what the fuck? Maybe Mitros can be a pal and just slap down a paralysis? Okay, We're gonna go straight to the pay spin now. Because that was bullshit. And I need to know if my opinion of Drayano has just, gone down a bit there. Fine. 485, I think it is. Oh, no, because now got to sift through all the Pokemon that have had their base stat totals changed to fucking... Okay, no, there's not been any documented change to Dialga's catch rate. I'm not even sure if it's possible to change a Pokemon's catch rate in Gen 4 hacking. I'm not entirely so stupid. Okay, let me bring my thing back up. Alright. Anything dead? No, Met Roast could do with a bit of a heal up though. Okay, let's give this a shot. Just save over the same state as did Dialga. Uh-huh. It's a shame I'm not bringing more attention to the legendary encounter music in this game, because it's probably among the best in the series. Like, especially the Lake Trio music. I think it's probably, like, out of all the sub-legendary trios, I think the Lake Trio is probably the best. Either that or the Reggies. I think those two are probably the two best. Alright. Let's see if we can just put this thing to sleep and, okay. Okay, cool. So, despite the fact that Dialga was still a bit of a dick there, it still wasn't as much of an asshole as any of the Lake Trio, I feel. Okay. So I guess that's it then. Really? I'm on top of the mountain, I'm outdoors, and the game's just like, no, you're still not allowed to fly. Fuck you. I think that can go and get fucked is this segment, really. Okay, now I'm down here. Okay, thank you. And how do we go nature-wise here? Shit and shit. Alright, that sounds about right. What's supposed to go between these two? Heatran. And then 488's Cresselia, which... I think I can go and get Cresselia now, actually. Let me go and actually check. I think I just talked to old mate in here. Alright, that works. I don't think this actually differs in any way from base Platinum's, like, quest to go after Cresselia. Besides the fact that Cresselia is now a static encounter. Because, you know, no more roamers and stuff. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna add a sixth one to add some more padding onto this segment that doesn't really need any more padding. So yeah, usually here it would just sort of bugger off once you've encountered it, and then it would be a roamer. And it would just leave the Lunar Wing behind, and then that would be just that quest out in the way. You'll have just released Cresselia so that you can go hunting it. But here it's different. You've actually got to beat and or catch the Cresselia in order to... It's decidedly better than Rest because of two reasons. One, it doesn't heal itself all the way and give itself a status in the process. And two, it's Moonlight. It only has 5 PP. It's still slightly obnoxious, but perhaps this won't be too terrible. It does have a catch rate of 3, so we can't say for certain that we expect this thing to be awfully cooperative. I feel like it might be more effective to try to get a paralysis. Oh, we can do that. That works. Okay, so there's Lunar Wing. And... oh, yeah, that thing. So for some reason, after knocking over Cresselia and getting the Lunar Wing, this rock shows up from freaking Southern Island in Hoenn. And so you gotta come back here and go after the Latios and Latias. Can't do that now, I gotta go hit the Magma Stone, which requires Heat Rain and stuff. But in the meantime, we can save young Bab right here. You're a pal. Cool. You're a great dad. I think now that I've got that out the way, I think I can just, like, visit somebody else to get the member pass, so I could go after Darkrai if I wanted to, but... I think this, I think this boring old procession needs to come to a close now. At this stage, I imagine that Stark Mountain will probably be more interesting than today's segment. But hopefully the background noise wasn't too obnoxious. Maybe trying to decipher what the hell people were saying in the background, if the microphone even picked up that audio. I don't know. Kind of just clutching at straws here because this segment kind of ended rather shittily. Alright. At least it's out the way. Next time we're going to go and finally knock over Stark Mountain and then probably go through the home stretch of the living deck stuff. Hold on. Let's put you in the right spot. And you know what? Just because I said I was going to do this in the previous segment, but I didn't. Let's go and have one encounter over here in the resort area and see how lucky we get with the Magikarp. We had 99, then we had 100. What are we going to get now? Nothing out of the ordinary. Alright. We're about done now. Bye.